This is the story of my exploration of the mysteries of Hieronymus Bosch. But first, I need to tell you how my interest in Bosch began. The process of this exploration through the work of this extraordinary and enigmatic painter has for me been a journey in itself, one that started many years ago. I first saw Bosch's paintings in the original in the Prado Museum about 30 years ago. It was my first visit to Spain. I'd gone to the Prado because I knew that paintings by El Greco, Velázquez and Goya were there. I knew that to see them for the first time was going to be a great moment in my life. I hadn't the slightest idea that any of Bosch's paintings were in Spain, let alone in Madrid and in the Prado. Then one day, I shall never forget it. I think it was my third visit to the museum. I happened to turn a corner in the Flemish Gallery, and there, to my amazement, came face to face with the Garden of Earthly Delights. Ever since that first moment, when I stood staring at this picture, I've been fascinated by it. I've been trying to understand it, trying to work out how it was that Hieronymus Bosch, a painter who lived over 500 years ago, could have produced a painting like this. What I wanted to know was going on in these pictures. Those figures there, are they making love or copulating? Why 3? 2 might be respectable, 3's an orgy. The people in the thistle bubble, what are they up to? And those legs? And those giant birds? If, as some have said, it was an altarpiece, it was a very strange work indeed for a church. I wasn't a professional in the history of art, so naturally I went to look up Bosch in the standard books on painting. To my astonishment, the great Erwin Panofsky not only told me nothing, but he explains quite deliberately why he has nothing to say. The secret of the interpretation of Bosch's strange paintings has, according to Panofsky, not yet been found. We have not discovered the key to them. And Panofsky, with enviable intellectual restraint, says no more, except to quote a 16th century German scholar who gave up on quite a different intellectual problem with the words, "This, too high for my wit, I prefer to omit." For a long time, my curiosity led me to pick up information and opinions from wherever I could. I was living in Spain and had ample opportunity to look at the Bosch paintings. More and more questions were piling up in my mind, but I was finding no answers. Then a couple of years ago, I got the chance to dig into the whole subject of Bosch. I decided to play the detective, to review the theories, new and old, and above all, to follow the evidence and clues that Bosch himself has left us in his paintings. Of the 30 or more of Bosch's paintings that still exist, 8 of them include pretty well all the puzzles I found I had to face and solve. The Garden of Earthly Delights itself, the mystery of mysteries, the Temptation of St. Anthony, which is in Lisbon, The Haywain, another of the Prado collection. And the picture on the outside of the Haywain when it's closed. St. John on the island of Patmos. The peddler, if that's who he is, in Rotterdam. The marriage at Cana, and the Adoration of the Magi, one of the few titles you can trust. All the names we have for Bosch's pictures were given them by cataloguers. We don't know what Bosch himself called any of them.
Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me.
Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams are worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Sweet dreams. Ooh, sweet dreams.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Ba ba ba. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Ba da 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 ba 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 la da da la da da da.
Sweet dreams till sunbeams found you. Sweet dreams, all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream
Every year, hundreds of people are reported missing in national parks and forests, many of them children. And most are eventually found, whether dead or alive. But a small percentage of the cases, some right here in Oregon, are never solved. The mystery those cases present has one man wondering if there's a common denominator behind the disappearances that have search and rescue crews continuing to scratch their heads.
We turned around and here was this little toddler walking out of the fog with absolutely no clothes on at all.
Well, it's troubling.
Every month in almost every state, people go into the wilderness and don't come out.
Stories like that are what fueled David Paulides. Forever rifling newspaper archives and badgering federal agencies for public records, he's discovered more than 400 cases of people who wandered into the wilderness but never came back.
There are so many missing kids in Oregon, it's ridiculous.
Accounts of children, people, vanishing, seemingly swallowed up by the many endless forests across America, or even later found in ways that defy logic.
These were unusual things that don't make sense, that happen to cluster together in 3 to 4, sometimes as many as 20, 30 people missing at one location.
He's mapped out what appear to be more than 30 clusters of vanishings in forests and national parks coast to coast. Some of those clusters and cases right here in Oregon. All of them documented and described in his 2 books.
According to Oregon State Police, there are 41 missing children in Oregon.
And now also in the movie Missing 411, releasing in a couple of months.
In a lot of these cases, search and rescue, or the volunteer searching people, have already gone over certain areas, not once, not twice, but even dozens of times. And then the child is found there, maybe a year, maybe a few years later.
The search coordinators themselves are baffled by it too. The ones they don't think is criminal in nature.
Once a cop, Paulides got hooked on the inexplicable, intriguing, and mysterious missing persons cases only after a government employee knocked on the door of his hotel near Park Service land and confided in him, sharing stories about people disappearing at national parks like Crater Lake and Yosemite.
The ranger described to me, if you were standing straight up and you just had your shirt or just had your pants on and you melted directly into your pants, that's what it looked like to him. The pants were laying on the ground in a very neat pile.
Just one of many accounts in his books that leave search crews wondering if they'll ever find closure.
And after 7 years of research, we found that they replicate themselves in these geographical clusters around the U.S. One of those clusters being Crater Lake.
10 years ago, KOIN 6 covered the search and rescue effort for 8-year-old Samuel Belke, who had a mild form of autism and feared loud noises and bright lights. So when Sammy darted away from his father near Cleetwood Cove at Crater Lake, the many searchers could not use the customary air horns and whistles to try and find him.
Well, Sammy's family has let us know that one of the things he likes to do is to curl up in small spaces. Any of these spaces where you could fit a small person are places that we'd want to be searching.
And when him and his dad went up to Crater Lake and they were on a little vacation, the circumstances behind his disappearance and the subsequent inability of the Park Service to find him is unusual. And they brought in canines. Canines couldn't pick up a scent. They brought in air support. They couldn't find him. A multi-day search couldn't locate the boy.
8 years earlier, another 8-year-old boy, Derek Ingebrigtsen, vanished from this spot, a densely wooded mountainside above Upper Klamath Lake, not far from Crater Lake National Park.
Now we got a dog up here, I guess. We took some of my brother's clothes, and we got a dog up here that's gonna try to sniff him out or something.
Search and rescue crews spent more than 10,000 hours looking for Derek, but still haven't found a single clue.
When Derek was out there with his dad and his grandpa, they somehow or another, he just walked around, didn't go far. There was snow on the ground. They should have been able to track him, and he vanishes.
That's another case that you search an area, you have good information, you go right to where they were, and they're just not there. I mean, after all this time, they still do a yearly search for that. The search team goes out and does a training, and they'll go back and search that area every year.
Scott Lucas is the search and rescue coordinator at Oregon's Office of Emergency Management. He says it's only 1 or 2% of the missions they launch that don't return answers, but they average about 900 searches a year.
Multnomah County coordinator, you know, he told me personally a couple months ago he's baffled by the ones he can't find. He just, you know, where do they go? Where do they disappear to? Or they just don't want to be found. So, and that comes into play too.
And yet, Oregon does have its share of miraculous and mystifying survival stories also.
Just kind of got tunnel vision, you know, and just kept focusing in on walking down this one road. I really had no idea where I was going.
Cody Sheehy was just 6 years old when he wandered off deep into the Wallowa wilderness. Search crews and 2 helicopters with FLIR technology couldn't find a trace of him in the rugged woods, dampened by a cold mixed snow and rainfall.
In almost all these cases, they bring in helicopters with FLIR, forward-looking infrared radar, to look for heat signatures on the ground. They can't find a heat signature. That's unusual.
But the next morning, 15 hours later and 20 miles away, Cody walked up to a house and asked for help.
I was physically at the end of my rope that next morning, and if I hadn't been in a situation where people found me at that time, I don't know how I would have done for another night out there. I could easily have died.
More than 30 years before Cody's harrowing experience, another astonishing story unfolded near Pendleton, where 2.5-year-old Keith Parkins ran and stumbled over a dozen miles of snow-covered timberland and mountains before he was found 19 hours later, stiff and cold, but alive.
I mean, to me, being a parent, I can't see my 2-year-old climbing over 2 mountain ranges in the dark. That's pretty hard to believe. And there's some cases where little kids are alleged to have walked up to 20 miles overnight or climbed phenomenal heights, 3,000 and 4,000 feet. And those are facts.
Говоря о солдатах, которые стояли у креста и абсолютно не понимали, что происходит. Они не понимали, кто сейчас умирает на кресте, что происходит. Они сидели и бросали жребий, кому какую часть одежды Спасителя забрать себе. Об этом они думали, и Христос сказал: «Господи, прости им, ибо не ведают, что творят». Государь Николай и вся его семья также смиренно приняли несправедливые гонения и встретили смерть от рук палачей. Хорошо известно, что императору предлагали покинуть страну. Он мог согласиться избежать страшной кончины, эмигрировать, сохранить жизнь себе и близким. Но он сознательно не захотел этого. Он сознательно остался в России. Вот за это Николай II и его семья причислены к лику святых, за то, что по-христиански восприняли свои страдания и встретили смерть от рук палачей, движимых злобой и ненавистью. Великая княжна Ольга писала из страшного Ипатьевского дома накануне расстрела: «Отец просит передать всем тем, кто ему остался предан, и тем, на кого они могут иметь влияние, чтобы они не мстили за него. Он всех простил и за всех молится. И чтобы помнили, что то зло, которое сейчас в мире, будет еще сильнее, но что не зло победит зло, а только любовь. Зло не победит зло, только любовь.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream